All right, so along with working on the boat and on the maintenance, today I'm working on the van because I live into it. By the way, that's the version 3. And when I live here during the winter, it's fine because I can plug, a shore power onto the, the plugs of the harbor. But when I'm on the go during the race season, etc., I need to have access to electricity. So I'm installing a solar panel. Solar panel mounted on the roof. I have my MPPT regulator over there. So basically the sun comes in the regulator from these 2 cables and goes to the battery through these 2 cables. And here I have my battery installed, and I have also a little inverter to bring 12 volts into 220. So far I've made it super simple. I'll see at a later point if I put some LED lights or something, but so far it's I have some solar lights, and yeah, it does the job just well. So that's more for charging the computer and stuff. So that's good. Now let's fix the mess and get back on the boat. Part of the winter maintenance I'm doing is servicing all the rudder system, which is pretty simple, but anyway, a bit of Tev gel here and there, checking everything. Also the anti-fouling is a bit off in some parts, so taking the rudders off. And actually it's Vincent, the owner of the boat, who's going to do that part because he has a nice workshop, so he'll be doing this somewhere where it's warm and dry, because today it's raining, of course. So yeah, gonna work on that. Alright, rudders are off. It's a pretty simple system actually. So that's good. Here they are, one and the other. See there, just moving a little. So the first version of the Maxi did not add this fence, and the boat would tend at high speed downwind to lose steerage, and this was because the flow of water was just pushing on the rudder and going up, when with this fence the flow of water kind of blocks there. So that's crazy how just a little bit of this thing just changes so much the steerage of the boat. Pretty crazy. So yeah, that's done. Let's carry on. Alright, there they are, all fresh and shiny with new anti-fouling. Rudders are about ready to get back in their spots. First I need to mount back the brackets. So basically it's this and this and this goes onto the junction bar to the steering system. And of course this is aluminium because it's lighter, but this is stainless steel. Between any kind of 2 different material, if you let them exposed to air or salt, or even worse, salty water, there is an electrical corrosion that happens. It's called electrolysis, and you need Tev gel to put in between the 2 materials so they don't this electrolysis doesn't happen. So electrolysis, you see, does this kind of little corrosion. It's kind of eating the metal. It can be quite fast in some cases. So I'll mount the brackets back and then put back the rudders. And then once everything is mounted with Tefgel, I add a bit of Loctite. Again, it's a brand, I don't know, it's just glue for all your bolts because you don't want these to go off, otherwise all the steering fall apart. So just a little drop onto the thread and that's it. This is in the case where you don't have a nylock, you know, these nuts that self-tighten. Well, the Loctite does the job for you into holding whatever you have that you don't want to come undone. Et voilà, ready to go. Alright, so super windy today. Good, I'm working on the hard and out see where there is more than 40 knots of wind. I'm servicing the mast. Here I have opened the mast head. That's my Navalite VHF, and there's also the wind vane that goes in here normally. It's inside the van now. I've been servicing it. Basically, I have 3 cables in the mast. This one for the mast light, this one for the wind vane, and this one for the VHF. And to run them through the mast, I have this mousing line here, but also I'm going to first put them into this kind of plastic cover. It's just to protect them and to hold them all together. And so first running them through this and then through the mast. That's the plan. Alright, so it's another day working on the boat and now working on the mast. So see, this is my spreader connection. For example, this axis there is completely stuck. See, this is what electrolysis is about. This is stainless, this is aluminium, and corrosion creates in between. It's no huge deal, but with time it just gets worse and worse. So now the plan is to undo it completely, clean it, put some Tefgel so it prevents electrolysis. I'm doing this on all the masts, checking everything. Every time there is a screw going through, see this happen, this kind of corrosion. So cleaning, treating, putting back together. Bah oui, attends. C'est mieux sans le frein. Voilà, c'est là qu'il y a eu un problème la semaine dernière. Alright, the boat is back in the water and time to do the last adjustments and go for some testing on the water this afternoon, just to make sure that everything is where it should be before I start training again, because you know I've been working on the boat and doing different things, so yeah, clearing this up.